should.
Okay, with the director of Bad Blood, Guillermo Ronco, known as Will in the English world, correct?
Yeah, correct.
You're from Argentina, right?
I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires. Yes.
How is in a grand scale, how is the film industry in Argentina?
Oh, it's dead.
It's
It's
dead?
so bad. Yeah, it's really difficult to put on a production here. The Film Institute is not giving any credits anymore since like a few years ago. It looks like everything's gonna, work out now that everything's changing so much here with Milei, our new president and stuff.
Yeah.
But so far, it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
So how did you pull this? Because this movie, like, it looks great, and you got a distributor, and it's just nicely directed, nicely performed. So how did you pull this movie off?
Well, I made it with my own savings.
Okay.
You know. Yes, I was developing my first feature before the pandemics. The COVID pandemics,
Yeah.
and then everything got canceled. So I was thinking about, okay, how do I move forward? With this now. I tried to contact some companies. They didn't listen. They were on this kind of the whole country situation stuff. So they were not taking any new projects. And so I decided, okay, let's shoot a short film and and build up momentum again. You know.
Mhm. And hence
Uh,
this movie.
so I did, yeah, yeah. I just got my savings. I just counted every dollar I had. I said, okay, I have this money. I have to make this movie, and it was quite a challenge because it's like a 20 minutes, 18 and a half minutes. So I had, and the production design of this film is quite complex. It has a lot of locations and a bunch of actors and stuff. So with the money I have, I had to shrink the production,
Yeah.
into it was like a 5 day shooting, the shooting plan, and I shrink it into three 12 hours production days, so I could make it. Yeah, and that's it. It's all in order to push forward my future films that I have a bunch already now.
So is this
So
idea a bigger story, or this just like a one, like is there a bigger story within the short, or is this just like a standalone short film?
no, I think it's this is it for this story. It was thought as a short film. I never thought it about like what it has in common with the feature film, because, well, first of all, I tried to cut a like a concept short film, make a concept short film from the movie,
Yeah.
but I couldn't find the right sequence.
Okay.
It's really hard. So I took as the concept of the third act of one of my scripts, one of my drafts, and then I turned it into this story of two
Gotcha.
brothers.
So
So this, yeah,
it is kind of a bigger story here, right?
it
So
is. It is in a way. It's similar in the mood, and the tone, and the production, and the style. You
yeah.
know.
So
Uh,
it's a nice crime action film, and it's about thematically it's about morality, right? So it's about an
yeah.
officer who basically we all have our own ideologies, and he
Mhm.
commits a crime to basically to make sure that a crime that took place gets resolved. So it's like two wrongs make a right in a sense.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that it has, as the original theme it comes from. It has to be a story that will destroy a family womb.
Yeah.
So I made in between brothers and stuff. I'm really into uh, crime families, stories. So this is an example of that. Yeah.
it's pretty gruesome. Like the showing the scenes with the daughter and the mother. Like if you want to tug at the heartstrings of the audience, like especially people who have kids, well, you
Mm,
did it, right? So it's
I use kids a lot. I put kids in dangers all the time. I do, yeah, because I think it's like a very universal spot, that everybody's gonna understand or feel or be empathic about. Um, Dangers in a family that involves all the members from the family, the
mm,
children, the wives, the husbands, everything, brothers, sisters, uncles. Yeah. Yeah, that's why um, I put children in danger a lot, because
yeah.
everybody's in danger. Just to have that feeling that everybody's in danger. No one can be safe. No one is safe. You know.
So tell me about like the idea. Where does this idea come from? Like kidnapping, morality. Like, do you remember when you kind of
Well, this is how the one of the draft of my movie ended with a kidnapped and the whole
yeah,
stuff. This guy trying to save them, and he dies and whatever. So just I just model it, use the structure of that, and then make a story. Okay, these are two brothers, a good one, bad one. Kind of a classic crime setup. Um, this has a problem. The other one wants vengeance. And
yeah,
then this comes this loyalty, morality dilemma.
yeah.
Kind of. So it was pretty good to
So we
develop
don't
the story about that.
we from the North American perspective, we hear that there's kidnappings in South America and things
Yeah.
like that. Is there a lot of kidnappings in Argentina?
No, no, not at
Other
this
countries?
time. They used to,
Yeah.
like 10 years ago. Yeah, but not anymore. That is not a fashion right now, luckily.
So they used to
But
kidnap
there's
people
a lot of
for random stuff.
stealing and robberies and crime, of course. It's a
Okay.
huge city. It's like
Yeah.
20 million people here. So you have everything. Yeah, yeah,
So okay, so tell me about the like first tell me about your cinematographer because it's a really nicely done, nicely shot film, some nice handheld. They're using a lot of shadows. So when you're shooting
yeah.
it, you got to make sure that your lighting is
I know. I, you know, when I first had the first draft, to say, okay, this is a story, I thought about, okay, who's gonna shoot this?
yeah,
Who am I gonna work with? Who's gonna be Mercedes, the female leader character? Who's gonna? So I just saw this horror, Argentinian horror movie. It's Cuando acecha la maldad. I don't know the name in English. And I said, okay, I need to get a horror film crew. You
yeah,
know, so I looked into the credits and I found Mariano Suarez, the DP, and I just write him on Instagram. I say, hey man, I have this story, whatever. So cinematography, okay, I was like looking to the guy I wanted to work with, and I went for that.
yeah,
And my background, I've been shooting music videos like for years here on my first years working. So I'm a musician myself, so music videos were the most like natural field for me to move, into. And yeah, I shot like 30 of those, and then documentary films and everything. And I used to do everything, like camera and and direction and writing and editing. So this was an extension of what I was been what I have been doing for like my life.
yeah. Nice job.
And
Nice camera work too. Nice direction overall. Like it's a really
thank you,
it feels like a big film when you the way it's shot.
thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it looks. Everybody was telling me this is too much. this is too long. This looks like a movie like that, you know. And I was like, is that wrong?
Yeah.
Like to make it look like a movie, you
No.
know? No. So yeah, I understand that maybe short films, they used to be kind of smaller productions,
Yeah.
whatever, fewer actors, smaller action or whatever, you know. But this is what I had, and I say, oh, well, man, this is exciting, you know. I know it's a little long. I know I have 8 actors, you know, and you know, and actresses. But I don't know. I felt like it was worth it to give it a try, you know.
So tell me
So
about, you just mentioned the performers. Tell me about the leads in your film. How did you, where did you find them?
they're my friends. I couldn't afford real actors. They're actors, of course, you know, but they're my friends. Both of them, the guys, Rafa and Beto.
Yeah.
They were on like, of course we do it, and then I found Clara Kovacic, that she's a well-known actress in the horror industry here and around the world, actually. So I wrote to her Instagram again. You know, I just
Yeah.
Google whatever actresses, you know, yeah, and she showed up, and and it was instant with her too. She was on sending the script, and then 40 minutes later she was on. So I had the 3 leads, so I had to, you know, to find the crew, and I went look through the crew through the credits of horror films here in Argentina. So I built up the whole thing. Yeah, that was what happened. Yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah, and it's like nice. I like the scene in the kidnapping room with the lights coming out from the outside and the
yeah,
beds. Yeah. It's like you get some really solid like and it's like a lot of there's a lot of like violence and there's like a you know what I mean? There's like some very
like
dramatic scene.
style. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Um, I that there that you mean the scene where they're chained up,
No,
like
the
they're
scene in
trapped?
like it comes the beginning where the room where the girls are kidnapped, like the
Yeah.
bedroom, and then you got the light coming in through the window.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You know, it was everything was thought to have um, the most possible, like just one light coming in. You know, one
yeah,
main light, and in that scene we only use the window. Yeah,
yeah.
just a light outside the window. Pa, and that was it. And it got the perfect mood for that scene, right?
So in a way, it's like it's telling us the audience that this guy, the cops are not gonna. He's a cop, but they're not gonna help him. They're like he's got to do it himself, right? He's like a
What
one
do you
man.
mean?
It's like a one man army. The dad, right? So when he goes
Yeah,
in, like he's got no help,
yeah.
right?
No help. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was among family, actually. He was with his brother, that, you know,
yeah,
and the guy he killed is his nephew.
yeah,
So they the thing is that they arranged to make a robbery, you know, to do something for the money,
yeah,
and it ended up being a kidnap, and this guy just wasn't going to do it, you know.
yeah.
His morality wouldn't allow it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got to kill him. He's got to kill. Well, that, like he's got to kill somebody that he's close to, right? So
I know. Yeah, it's pretty tragic, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but it's very
Um,
dramatic. It's got some good like it's like you're with the way you directed the film is that you're with the audience, like you're on the ground, like you know what I mean? Like you're
yeah,
showing us like you're showing us the point of view of like this guy the whole entire time, right? So
yeah, yeah. I didn't want to lose that because I didn't have much time, you
yeah,
know, to show something else. But in a way, I think that all the some the most of the characters, 4 of them, they have a good arc, you know, some
yeah,
arc on it. You
yeah,
know, this guy ends up dying. The other kid ends up being killed. The other father loses a son. Um, It's kind of like I was thinking of, okay, let's move these characters as much as I can,
Yeah.
the most I can. So it has something good in there, yeah,
Well, I don't feel bad
in
for the
that
guys.
regard.
Like it's like in the end, you were like you're kind of like these guys are all upset, the kidnappers, right? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, the kidnappers. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, they were kids.
well, I have no remorse. I don't feel bad for them at all. Should I? Do you want the audience to feel bad for these guys?
No, no, actually, I work very hard on making the villains like very reasonable, you know,
Yeah.
or with a very reasonable state or drive for doing what they
Mhm.
think. They are absolutely, convinced of how they do, why they do things, you know, how they do it's a consequence of their obsessions or whatever they have, But I really work on that. You really have to work on your villains in this kind of
Yeah.
story, And when you make a villain make sense, and then you can empathize with him, well, then you have a good movie, you know.
Yeah.
In a way, of course, if there are
Well, there's got to be a
psychopaths or
reason.
sociopaths or whatever, and they're killers, you will not, you
There's got
know.
to be human reason why they're doing what they're doing. They can't just be because they're like evil people. There's got to be context. There's got to be
Yeah,
like
yeah, and it has to
emotional
be a
reason.
fair reason and a fair reason, and well constructed on this character. This guy has to believe whatever, you know,
Yeah.
whatever he's pursuing, and that's when your main character has a strong the stronger your villain is,
Yeah.
the harder it's gonna be for your characters to overcome him, you know.
So
So
the dad
yeah,
sacrifices everything for his family, which
yeah.
is a great story. Are you a dad yourself?
No, I'm not.
No?
No, not yet, not yet. No, no. But I have a lot of children around. I love children.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
where did you get the little girl actress? Where did you? She's good.
She's very good.
Yeah.
She came out, the one that I picked like a month before shooting. She couldn't make it 1 week earlier, 1 week before the shooting.
Yeah.
So a few days actually. So I called this guy, the cast director. I had a cast director because I needed children. That's very hard for you to get. If you're not into some casting
Yeah.
agency or something, they have everything like more organized. So I called this guy. It was 3 or 4 days before the shooting. I need this little girl, but Paloma. And he goes, don't worry, I'm on to it. And he got it 2 days before. This girl, Keka Turco, that she's amazing.
Yeah.
She was the star of the shooting. Everybody was like, surprised with her. Yeah, I talked to her like an adult, all the shooting,
Yeah.
the whole process. She was right into there. Mariano Suarez, the VP, was amazed with her.
Yeah.
Everybody loved her. Yeah,
Good.
she
Good.
was a
She's got a great screen
revelation.
presence. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at your credits, and it's like you said, you
yeah.
did this yourself. Argentina, there's not much of a film industry there. This is extremely impressive. Like you got a huge crew. Everybody did their jobs, right? Nice, like we break it down. Good post production too. Good sound design, but you got some good wardrobe. Everything makes sense. Everything make good makeup. Everything makes sense in the film. Like good job on you for producing this film. Putting on. I know it wasn't just you, but putting things together.
Thank you. The guys they are so professional.
Yeah,
They're shooting all the time, and they really helped me. I was no one believed me before. The first day of shooting, it was like that. I had the whole crew was against me because of the timing.
yeah,
And I had put so many scenes and
yeah.
frames into every. So The
I've been
first
there.
day
Yeah.
was amazing. Yeah, you know, and
So as soon
no
as
one's gonna. He says he's not gonna make it,
because
man.
the amazing
You
thing
know.
about being a director is that I've seen this even on big budget movies, right? Where the crew
Yeah.
has way more experience than the director does, like being on set,
Uh-huh.
right? Because the crew
Exactly. Exactly.
they go from film to film, music video, whatever, right? They're always on
Yeah.
set. And the director
Yeah.
is preparing the film for years, sometimes whatever. They go on set, so
Uh-huh.
the crew has this it's a negative industry sometimes. Well, a lot of times,
I know.
where like they
Yeah.
don't believe in the director, and the director has to convince the crew that
Exactly.
their vision, and it takes like a day or so. And as soon as they convince them, then boom, then the crew loves it because they want to be part of something special. I think that's
Yeah,
what,
I know. That
yeah,
exactly what happened.
yeah,
That's exactly what happened. Of course, they were supporting me, even though if they didn't believe in me that I was going to make it. They were very supportive. You know that's where the professionalism comes up. You know, they were right there with me. You know, trying to make it, and we made it with the last light. First day, I was it's over. Wow, you know,
yeah,
everything was it was a big ovation.
yeah. They're happy.
Yeah, yeah. The other 2 days were like
Yeah,
they knew that I can work fast. Man, I had to shoot a whole music video in 1 day sometimes.
yeah,
You know, so I'm training that in speed. You know, I shoot very few takes. Once I got one take, okay, one more if you want it. If you don't want it, I got it. You know, that's it. And maybe it's 3 takes. I shot 1 to 1 in the whole you know when they come out from the house and the
yeah.
shooting happens and everything slow motion. I had one take of the shoot, one take of the other shoot. You know, I didn't have time to do more. You know, one little thing here, one little thing there. When I think I got it, that's it. Just need seconds. You know,
Yeah. That's amazing. And
so
then you have to
yeah,
go. Then you have to go put the film together in post production, right?
yeah, I did. I took my laptop computer and went to my annual surf trip to Costa Rica, and I've been editing there. I got it in 8 days, 10 days.
Oh,
I
really?
did myself
Who did
with
the
my
sound?
laptop.
Who did the sound
Hmm?
design?
The sound design is this other guy. That
Yeah.
he's a musician and he plays in this band, and he's a technician. And we made it. We took like 2 months for that.
Yeah.
It was like 3 months post production. Post production takes a long time. You know,
Yeah.
we have to compose the music. The music is original. So I called this other guy, the musician and producer. So I went to his studio and we worked in there. And color, color to me. They didn't believe me in color neither. It was kind of a, a, a big direction work into post production too.
Mhm.
You know, because again, everybody knows more than you there.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to kind of struggle, like, look, this is the look that I wanted. You know, and they were like, no, we go colors because now we use that, and you know, vibrant. And I don't want this to be vibrant. I want this to look like vintage. Actually, you know, I was thinking about it, making it black and white. You know,
Hmm.
I thought like maybe it's a good touch for this kind of film, you know, being a short film and whatever, you know, black and white. And I go, no, let's go color, okay? Just a little color, you know. I didn't want like anything vibrant or, you know, saturated colors and stuff. And they are into that because they shoot horror. And in horror movies, you know, colors are very vibrant,
Yeah.
you know. The style right now, the fashion, you know, right now is like that. But I already did that on back in the 90s, you know, so I'm into whatever. And I think whenever when you are telling a story, you know, a narrative, you shouldn't be like you shouldn't be bothered with more than what you need for, you know,
Yeah.
like if you use vibrant colors, maybe it can distract you from the story, you know. You go, oh, look at the colors or whatever. Just
Yeah.
if you use lower contrast, you know, very little contrast, you know, and very natural colors, then you go into the story much more, you know. It's like don't disturb.
Yep.
It doesn't disturb you. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's
Well,
amazing.
yeah. Mm.
Well, on that note, man, congratulations on the success of the film. It seems like it's doing well in the festival circuit. We'd love to show your film. It was amazing, and hope you're going to make your feature now.
Oh, I really hope that so much, man. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get some good karma for you. I'll send some good love out for you for the world. So
Okay. Thank you very much, Matt.
thank you. All right. Let's talk again when you make your next film.
Excellent. I'll let you know.